Hello and welcome. You're watching Happiest Health. Joining us today is Dr. Rebecca Raj, Head of the Division of Nutrition at St. John's Research Institute. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Edge of Nutrition Summit. I had a few questions that I think a lot of us have in terms of diet and nutrition. People are going about following a healthy diet, a wholesome diet throughout the day. But why do I feel hungry at 3 a.m.?
What we really need to check if you're feeling hungry, is it a trigger? Is it that you have not had your dinner? Is it that you're trying a particular eating pattern? Is it your sleep is not ideal? Because like I said at the session, that several hormones like leptin, ghrelin, all of that affect our hunger levels. So check for yourself first what could be the trigger, and if you're hungry and you have to eat something that's not going to very high in oil, very high in sugar, but a fruit or some nuts could be a good option.
Mostly feel like having chips at that time.
If you really feel like having it, you can have, but I think in moderation.
Also, another thing that people say is breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but a lot of people tend to skip it either because there's no time, and some people because they're not really hungry. You're not a morning person, you don't feel like eating in the morning, you're eating towards the end of the day. Is that good? Is breakfast really that important?
So now studies about that. Earlier we used to say that breakfast is a must and all everybody has to eat, because like the term says, breaking the fast, a 12-hour fast. That's why the name breakfast. But I think yes, for growing children, for pregnant women, vulnerable population, breakfast is a must. Again, if you are able to cope and manage well without affecting your performance, without affecting your memory, and you're normal, healthy, non-diabetic, I think you can tend to skip your breakfast, but have an early lunch and an early dinner.
There's so much focus on fasting for weight loss, but there are different kinds of fasting as well. There's intermittent fasting, there's fasting once in a week, once in a while, and water fasting, fruit fasting, different kinds of fasting. Is fasting good? And if yes, how does one go about fasting?
So there has been enough literature to show that some amount of fasting does help, and it breaks down the fat in your body, simplifying it. But how often one does, what pattern will fit for you, again is individualized. And also could be, one is fasting is because of the effect on insulin levels. Second is also when you fast over a period of time, remember you're removing 300 to 400 calories away from your diet, so definitely you will lose weight. So, yes, you can do periodically if you're, again, I would like to underline, normal, healthy, no comorbidities. You can fast based on what fits well for you.
The top three things that you would tell people to completely avoid when it comes to diet and nutrition.
Don't be extreme in anything, because you're going to find it very difficult to sustain it. Be moderate in your approach both to diet and physical activity. Too much of ultra processed food, definitely I would say. Enough evidence to say that cut down your sugars.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rebecca. Pleasure as always. Thank you.
Thank you.